So this is Samsung's latest flagship, or 2022's flagship, the Samsung Galaxy S22 5G. I've got the base model over here, and this is a 6.1 inch device. This phone retails for around 17,999 rand. And if this is your first time watching, my name is Fakier. Welcome to my channel. The S22 base model, the 5G one, and you also get a S22 Plus as well as your S22 Ultra. Of course, this year the Ultra does introduce the S Pen, so we are saying goodbye to the Note series or Note lineup. And yeah, this phone was launched on February 9th, 2022, and this phone, as you can see, looking at the build and design, it's got a glass front with Corning Gorilla Glass Victus Plus, and then it has a glass back as well, and yeah, it's kind of like a frosted or matte finish kind of glass, and then an aluminum or aluminium frame. Not sure what you say, tomato. And then on the sides you've got your volume rocker and your lock button. There is an in-display or under-display fingerprint sensor, which I'll show you now works really quite well. And then you've got your bottom of your phone has a USB Type-C. This is a non-expandable storage device, but however you do get 8 gigs of RAM on the device. And then looking at the memory within the internal, you've got 128 gigs of storage, and then you can also get it in a 256 model. Now if you do take the 256 model, of course it is a better option if you're not using a cloud solution because for storage, because as I mentioned, this is not a expandable device. I've got the dual SIM device, so there is a dual SIM tray, but like I mentioned, you just got your single speaker at the bottom as well as a USB Type-C port. Looking at the back of the phone, you've got a 50 megapixel wide main sensor with OIS, and then a 10 megapixel telephoto lens, a 12 megapixel ultra wide, and yeah, those are the three sensors on the back. Looking at the selfie camera or the front of the phone, you've got a not a pull drop notch or a water drop notch. You've just got your punch hole display, your punch hole camera, and of course that makes you kind of get a better screen to body ratio and then a more immersive experience with your device. It's 10 megapixel and it is a wide sensor, so yeah, you can actually shoot up to 4K 30 or 60 fps on the front camera, so that is pretty awesome. Looking at improving your whether you are taking videos for vlogging or social media, your front selfies or videos are definitely going to be quite crisp. Now the speaker, it is stereo speakers, but there is not dual speakers on this phone. It's only at the bottom, as I mentioned earlier. And yeah, this is a 5G device. Looking at the under display fingerprint sensor, I showed you that as you can see, it's quite fast. Look how quick it works. Looking at the fingerprint sensor or the under display fingerprint sensor, you can see that it works really quick. It was simple to activate and then or set up. This phone, by the way, is in phantom white. You've got the phantom black, your pink gold, and then which is actually a rose gold, and you've got Samsung's color this year, which is green. And then yeah, the phone is quite light, it's quite small. This is definitely a phone of choice for someone that wants a smaller phone. The Plus is quite big, and of course the Ultra is very big. But this phone's battery, however, is 3,700 milliamp hours of battery. But I must mention that this battery only lasts about a full day, or less if you are gonna have like more use out of it. With average use, I would say that it would last you for a full day, or maybe last you a little bit over the next day, so maybe a day and a quarter, day and a half max with average use or almost minimal use. I did however use the phone as a business phone, and I used it not as my daily driver, but I did carry it with me. Also using it as a hotspot, and it did definitely die out whether I switched off my location. or not. But also, you know, with Samsung batteries, sometimes you've got that issue where you've got the phone and it's even though you're not using it, the battery still dies. Now, looking at the control center, you've got your, of course, your Wi-Fi settings and your link to Windows, which is now built in, of course, and automatic. You've got your decks, you've got your quick share, which I must say, well, I've tested out a few times with the S series and it works super fast. So it's basically your Samsung with your AirDrop for Samsung, so it's your quick share, and yeah, it works really nicely. You've got your smart view, your nearby share, your eye comfort shield for removing that blue light, blue ray on your eyes, and then yeah, your regular Samsung user interface that you are familiar with. This phone runs Android 12, so that is quite awesome, and of course, being the flagship of the year this year, I'm sure that this phone will carry out to the next updates as per usual. This phone runs on Android version 12 and One UI 4.1, and yeah, this phone is the Samsung Galaxy S22. So this phone does run on, if you're in Europe, it runs on the Exynos 2200, or if you, the Snapdragon processor would be the 8th gen Qualcomm Samsung the 8450. This is a 5G phone, so yeah, that is definitely something you need to take note of. Something I specifically enjoyed about this phone and made use of, which I could use on an iPhone or a Samsung phone, an Android phone basically. If you are running out of battery, this phone is a wireless charger, so you can do wireless power sharing, which I found pretty awesome. The phone does however need to be over 30% of battery, so yeah, that is definitely something cool. Also, when it comes to protection, this phone is IP68 water and dust resistant, and of course that is always a big winner when you are looking at longevity of a phone or reliability of a phone and durability of a phone, and just yeah, making sure that you are going to use the phone long term. You technically don't want to upgrade all the time. Maybe you're coming from an S20, so this is your upgrade after 24 months, and this phone would definitely be at least durable in that regard. Now, I mentioned the camera, and as you can see, the camera app is nothing unfamiliar to you. It has your photo, your portrait settings, and then you can switch to your selfie camera. And on the video, you can see that you've got your 4K, which is your UHD, and your FPS is below, FPS being frame per second, and you've got your 30 and your 60, depending on what you go to, what you switch to, and you can see that you can switch film in HD as well. Looking at your mode, you've got your Pro modes, your Pro video, your single take, as you saw in the S20 FE video as well, and the S21. And then you've also got your director's view, which of course is pretty famous, and then your portrait video, your slow-mo, and your panoramic as per expected. So yeah, the phone's camera is pretty good. As you can see, the selfies come out clear in great lighting. And the ultra wide and telephoto lens actually work. The telephoto lens specifically, as you can see in the window, the pictures are really clear, lots of detail, no matter the lighting. This was taken in like before sunset, you can say, so it wasn't really quite bright in there, but I still got pretty clear pictures. So that is my first impressions of the Samsung Galaxy S22 5G base model. This phone, as I mentioned, retails for 17,999 in South Africa. It's definitely a better option than looking at the S21 or getting the S20 FE right now. It is your phone of choice if you are into Samsung, so definitely I would prefer a Plus, looking at the battery life and just extending that performance, of course, throughout my day. I don't like to charge a phone all the time, especially if I'm a heavy social media user or using my phone as a media tool or a production tool. So yeah, I would definitely prefer the Plus, but if you aren't looking for a big handling phone, then definitely the S22 is your phone of choice. So that's my first impressions, and thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.